So my people, welcome back to my channel. I'm your boy Ja, coming to you straight out of Kingston, Jamaica. So on today's episode, I will be talking, or basically it will be a collaboration video of layering fragrances. Okay, so I will have reviewers, non-reviewers, all in one video, guys, and trust me, this video, it will be entertaining. You will enjoy the content, and I hope you consider subscribing. So for all of you who are first tuning into my channel, I'm your boy Ja. Please, after this video, I hope you consider subscribing, especially if you take anything of value from this video. Okay, so what I will be doing as well, I will be attaching in the description box the link to each person in this video channel, and also for the non-reviewers, there will be a link to their IG pages as well, so you guys should check them out. They have some pretty awesome content on their pages and on their channel, so you guys will enjoy it again. And please like, subscribe, and share the video as well. Now let me thank each and everyone who helped to make this video a success. So for all of the persons who sent in their videos, I really do appreciate it. And trust me, it was a tedious process putting this together, but it did come out perfectly fine, and I hope you are amazed at this content as well. So now I will be touching on two fragrances that basically got me into layering fragrances, and those two fragrances are from the house of Xerjoff. Xerjoff Star Musk and Xerjoff Amber Star. Check them out. Now just look at this beautiful bottle. The presentation is just remarkable. So here we have Xerjoff Star Musk, and this one, it is just a beautiful bright fragrance in the opening with some floral notes and basically some amber accords. That vanilla, that cinnamon, that gives it that added spice. This is just a beautiful composition right here, and is one that I truly love to layer. And for the second one, it will be Xerjoff Amber Star. Just a beautiful presentation. Again, look at that black buckle with some notes of lang lang. It has cedar, it has ambergris, some gaiac wood. There is some myrrh in this one, as well as some vanilla, sandalwood, and benzoin. There's a couple other underlying notes, but these are the ones that stood out to me. And paired together, they are just beautiful. I consider these yin-yang twins, okay? Now enjoy everything else everyone has to offer.
Hello fragrance family, my name is Kevin Turner. My friend Joel asked me to share some insights on my two favorite fragrance layers, and I'll do that in just a moment. Just so we're on the same page, layering refers to the art, and I use that word deliberately, of blending two fragrances together such that the new combination is better than the sum of the parts that made it. The first layer that I'll talk about comes from the houses of Xerjoff and Creed. Xerjoff Ivory Route and Creed Aventus Cologne are the two fragrances that make up this layer. This is the most versatile combination I've ever tried. Perfect for any occasion you could think about. As you can see, I love this combination so much that I've gone through an entire bottle of each in less than 1 year. Given the extent of my collection, this is quite a feat. In the last 4 years, I've only finished 5 bottles of fragrances in total. Xerjoff Ivory Route is a spicy, woody oriental fragrance that pairs oh so well with the fresh, elegant citrus notes of Aventus Cologne. Together, these fragrances create an exotic, alluring masterpiece that's simply stunning. The second layer that I'll talk about is my favorite date night scent, featuring Creed Aventus and Maison Francis Kurkdjian Baccarat Rouge 540. Individually, these fragrances need no introduction. If you're watching this video, then chances are you already know all about each one. Together, it's a totally different story. The combination creates one of the most alluring, seductive, sensual, captivating scents that I've ever gotten my nose on. When I wear this, compliments come pouring in. It gives you a sense of confidence and assurance that makes you walk just a bit taller. Sometimes I'll even layer the Baccarat Rouge 540 lotion with the fragrances for added depth, which aids in the longevity. From a performance perspective, both layers perform very well. You'll get longevity that will last until the next time that you shower. And the shirt that you wear will retain the scent for weeks after. I'm a huge fan of layering. I have 12 to 15 really good layers that I'm really in love with. And these two that I've just talked to you about rise to the top and will likely remain there for the foreseeable future. Happy layering!
We're going to be looking at two of my favorite fragrances for laying. The first one is going to be Moleculo 2, which basically is a whole lot of Ambroxan. With one of the main ingredients in Deer Sauvage is what Ambroxan is, and the other one is going to be one of the most masterful and, in my opinion, one of the best interpretations of Vetiver out there, from the master Tom Ford, Grey Vetiver. Vetiver as a note, it's just one of the more manly notes in fragrance when it's done right. You know, Vetiver is usually reserved for your alpha male fragrances, you know, similar to Lily of the Valley and Tuberose are mostly for female fragrances. Vetiver is male fragrance. It is an alpha male scent and note, and that's all I'll say. There are other notes in the Tom Ford Grey Vetiver. There is the orange blossom and a few others, but Vetiver is what it's known for. So how I apply it is that I put a base on of the Moleculo 2, probably 2 sprays per site. Let that dry for about 10 minutes. Then I layer over the Grey Vetiver on top of that and give that about 15 or so minutes to dry. And once it does, perfection. Last projection for give me about 4 to 6 hours, but it's just heavenly. And to me, this combination cannot be beat of Grey Vetiver and Moleculo 2. Favorite fragrance combination for me.
Hi folks, this is Kisscent. I would like to thank my man Jascentreviews for linking me up with this collaboration video to come up with the best layout fragrances in my collection. I will start off with Zaharoff Signature for Homme and Boadecia the Victorious Imperial. Zaharoff Signature for Homme is an incense-based fragrance with a barbershop and a fougere, and this is a woody accord fragrance. Laying these two fragrances makes you feel very bold and seductive. It's a great gentlemanly scent together. You can try them, never be disappointed. My last one will be Roja Dove, Elysium, and Xerjoff Pura. These two are amazing fragrances. This gives you a hint of Aventus with a little hint of Vetiver. And this is a fruity accord fragrance. So laying these two makes you feel more seductive. It's a great scent. You can pull it off anytime and you will love it. It's a compliment beast and I've never been disappointed with these two fragrances. Try them and you will love them. Thank you.
Hi everyone. So my favorite layering combo these days is just absolutely wonderful. This is Dama Bianca by Xerjoff, and this is Santal Blush by Tom Ford. And layering these together is just the most precious thing ever. It's just the fruitiness of Dama Bianca and the subtle sandalwood and spiciness from the Tom Ford mixes together. So gorgeous, and it's like very luxurious, like a milk that you put into before you go to lay in the sun, and it just lasts so many hours. Oh guys, this is the most definite scent of summer for me. Fruitiness, spiciness, creaminess with vanilla and amber and musk. You have to try it. So Dama Bianca and Santal Blush, try it, it's beautiful. Bye bye.
Hi there, I just wanted to share my layering combo. So this is Scent of a Dream by Charlotte Tilbury, and this is Jean Paul Gaultier's Scandal. So this is a honey bomb, and here we have a sweet floral chypre, and this is a very woody fragrance. This is a boss masculine fragrance. Even though it's made for women, do not be fooled by the bottle, because this fragrance is a boss. It's very, very woody, it's very masculine, and just goes really nicely with this sweet fragrance, because it does tone down the wood in this one and just makes it more bearable and to be enjoyed by other people. And the same, this one just had a bit of a punch to this one, so going together they are absolutely perfect. I usually go with 2 or 3 of these and another 2 or 3 of these, and they just are a marriage made in heaven. Scent of a Dream and Scandal.
Hi everyone, this is Sense with Singh. Firstly, I would like to thank Special J2 aka Joel Welsh for making me a part of this video, for inviting me to tell my favorite layering combination. And without further ado, my favorite layering combination consists of 2 fragrances, number 1 of which is Mancera's Black to Black. Now Mancera's Black to Black, now this is a beautiful rose oud combination, slight leather in there, gives a boozy vibe off my skin. This is absolutely gorgeous. And as if this was not good enough, I layer it with Allure Eau Extreme. Now Allure Eau Extreme has a note of tonka bean, which is absolutely gorgeous, very seductive, and when you put them both together, you have something which is absolutely atomic in performance. And this is very, very beautiful for the upcoming fall winter season. Very seductive, very nice for dates and all. So I hardly use this term for anything, but putting them together is absolutely sexy. So before I end the video, I would like to give a special thanks to Special J2. I hope you get to try this combination, and I hope you like it.
Hey everyone, my name's Barry and I'm from the channel Centralize. Thanks Joel for including me in this collaboration. I don't normally layer. I have got a couple of clones. One of them is Blue Card, which is Perfume Parlour's Inspiration or Blendspiration, and it's a cross between Baccarat Rouge 540 and Virgin Island Water, which I really enjoy. The other one I've got is called Avalanche Rouge, which is a cross between Baccarat Rouge 540 again and Aventus, and those two together are great. And I know Dua Fragrances do a very similar range where they're mixing a couple of fragrances that I layer, and I've only started laying them recently, and it was down to JJ, who's sometimes in the Joey Cannoli streams, and it's basically Guerlain's Vetiver, and it's layered with Guerlain's Aqua Allegoria Limon Verde. Fantastic fragrance. The two of them together with the tropical notes and this and the vetiver base, it's really good. So that's it from me. Thanks for having me on here. Good luck with the collab. Speak to you all later.
What's up, fragrance family? Ori with Nose Notes bring you a video on my favorite layering combination. After some careful consideration, I chose 2 fragrances that I love to layer, and they both come from the house of Tom Ford. The first one is Tom Ford's Ombre Leather, and you have Tom Ford's Grey Vetiver. It's the EDP concentration. So with Ombre Leather, of course, that's one of the awesome fragrances, leather fragrances for the cooler weather, you know, fall and winter, while Grey Vetiver is pretty versatile, but I think it shines during the warmer weather. but when you combine these two fragrances, it's just something special. I love it for date nights, and they complement each other both very, very well, and it's definitely one you guys should try. Check it out, let me know what you think. With that being said, that was quick, short, and to the point. Nose when it comes to smelling good. Say words you want, whenever you want. Stay fresh, stay blessed, and we'll see you next time. Peace.
What's going on? This is Mr. Cologne, and I want to thank Special J for inviting me to his layering blend collaboration video. The two fragrances that I'm going to talk about are perhaps my most complimented layering blend ever. The first fragrance is Instant Crush from the house of Mancera, and the second fragrance is Delina from the house of Parfums de Mali. Now these two fragrances, they both contain notes of citrus, rose, vanilla, and white musk. Those are the common notes, but they play well together, and here's why. The Mancera's Instant Crush is a little bit more of a warmer fragrance. This has some amber, some woods that just creates a little bit of a sensual warmness, whereas the Lena, on the other hand, is a little bit more sharp. There's rhubarb, there's a lychee, there's incense in this one, and they marry together perfectly. So if you're looking for a good blend, Instant Crush, Delina from the house of Parfums de Mali. Thank you all.
Hey guys, I'm Phil from the channel Dr. Fragrance. I want to thank Resilient Prince very much for having me on the channel. Really do appreciate this collaboration, and I think it's actually a really unique, really good idea because I haven't seen a collaboration like this. Now, there are a lot of great layering combos. I'm not a huge fan of layering. It's just not something I do very often, but I have experimented a little bit, and I'm going to share with you one that I personally really enjoy. So I'm going to talk a little bit about each of the individual fragrances, and then, of course, why I decided to combine them. First fragrance, the base of the fragrance, or the layering combo, is Roja by Parfums de Mali. Now, you could potentially use something like Amber Narguil, or even Paco Rabanne 1 Million Privé, anything with this sort of DNA. A lot of people call this an apple pie. Now, I don't get that from this fragrance. I get more of a honey and cinnamon bomb. It's very strong, but it's one of those fragrances that's extremely luxurious. It smells so good for me, and when I do decide to wear this one, I love the way that it makes me feel. And to me, that's the best thing that a fragrance can do. It just gives you this uplifting feeling. You're feeling in the mood for it. And this is a great one. A beast mode fragrance as well. Now the other fragrance, I don't actually have a bottle of it. The second fragrance for the layering combo, the top of the layering combo, would be Lost Cherry by Tom Ford. Now I will say that because the Lost Cherry is very expensive, I actually prefer to use something like Black Cherry by Genre, which is an inspiration, but you can use any inspiration that you find to be really good. The thing that I like about Lost Cherry, very nice cherry note, it's a little bit boozy, and it has a little hint of almond, and all of those combine really well with other Gourmand fragrances. And I was thinking about how a lot of people think of this as an apple pie. I don't really get that so much. But then I was thinking, if I put cherry in it, maybe it's going to smell like cherry pie. And so the layering combo was born. I think it's very good. I've worn it a couple times, and I will say I've gotten some very good reactions with it. It is one that smells kind of like a cherry pie, and it's absolutely fantastic. Good for the summer, good for the winter, good for the fall. And I hope if you guys try it out that you enjoy it as much as I do. Thanks again for having me on the channel. Don't forget to check out my channel. Hit that like and subscribe button, and I'll see you guys later.
This is Dave from Scent Memories. So I've been tagged by Ja to do a fragrance layering combination video. So firstly, Ja, thank you so much for tagging me. It's truly an honor. And I'm really curious to see what you all have for your layering combos. So the first one is going to be a summer layering combination. I have a summer and a winter one. The first is going to be, I spray with Xerjoff's Erba Pura. And this is a very fruity, vanillic, musky fragrance that I always spray on first because it's so powerful. And I usually, almost always combine this with Tiziana Terenzi's Orion. And the combination of those two, you get the lovely fruit basket accord with vanilla and musk from Erba Pura, mixed with the pineapple, the apple, the birch, a little bit of the amber, and the thyme from Tiziana Terenzi's Orion. And the combination of those two work really lovely together, very well. And if I'm being a bit daring, I'll add a third fragrance, which is going to be Roja Dove's Semi Bespoke 24. And this one I've been wearing a lot so far in the summertime with this combination. And what you get from this one is a really lovely raspberry accord. You get a touch of benzoin. You get some patchouli, some vanilla. You get a very faint civet, but it's very faint. So it adds a very well composed, extremely complex layering combination that I absolutely adore. And I get an excellent longevity, sillage, and performance from this one, and it's just truly an outstanding combination. Oh, it's really good. It's really great. So the next one is going to be a fall-winter combination, and this one I cannot wait to wear for the colder weather. The first one that I spray on is going to start with Roja Dove's Parfums de la Nuit 2, or PDLN 2. So this one is a much darker fragrance. It's all about the rum, the cacao, the benzoin, the vanilla, the labdanum, the darker accords. It's very boozy, it's extremely sensual, and I pair it with a much lighter fragrance from Roja Dove, and that's Lock Me. So Lock Me is much lighter, it's more floral, it's more about the Taif Rose, Rose de Mai, Lily of the Valley. It's got vanilla and orris in there, and it really helps balance out those deeper, darker, boozier, oriental accords from PDLN 2. It's stunning. It's absolutely incredible. If you have these two in your collection, try those out and let me know what your thoughts are. Definitely try any of these combinations together. It really works great. So that's my two combinations. Once again, Ja, thank you so much for tagging me. It's truly an honor, and I'm super excited to see what you all have for your combinations. Take care, guys.
What's going on, guys? I'm Dan from Sending Waters. Thank you, Ja, for adding me onto this collab of layering combos that I like, or that I love. So the two fragrances that I'll pick from my layering combo that I thoroughly enjoy is one, Mancera's Instant Crush, and two, Tom Ford Ombre Leather. A sweet, creamy BR540 vibe and Instant Crush, and that nice, smooth leather and ombre leather from Tom Ford mixed together for some reason just makes magic for me. I've got nothing but great compliments every time I've worn these two together. And honestly, by themselves, they're perfect, but together, they're just a match made in heaven for me. Thank you, Ja, once again for adding me onto this collab. On to the next one.
Yo, Ja, Wagwan, much respect, brethren. Really do appreciate you inviting me on. Okay. Even though that I've been a part of like the Caribbean culture for the last 17 years, married to a West Indian woman, and like a good chunk of my friends just come straight from the Caribbean, I'll just behave myself. I'm not exactly the most adventurous person when it comes to fragrances. I don't layer, I'm not into the whole artistry bit. But when Ja reached out to me, I'm like, I don't really know if I really want to do this very video, but he asked me to do it, so I thought, why not layer two great fragrances that I really do enjoy? And that is Ferrari's Radiant Bergamot and Atelier's Pacific Lime. Some of the notes for this one here are nutmeg, rosemary, you get that bergamot clearly just by the name itself, and you also get that ginger. When it comes to the Atelier Pacific Lime, you get that lime, you get the eucalyptus, you get the coconut, and you also get the mint. This is like $30 or less, and this itself is like $150 USD. Maybe just not like this little mini here, but like the actual bottle. So you got like great high quality citrus, and nobody does citrus like Atelier. And for what you're paying when it comes to the Ferrari, I think that there's a lot of quality to this one here. But the two together was actually quite surprising. This alone I really do like, including this. But when I added this to this, it really just kind of like jumped out and added like that more citrus with a little bit of mint and that coconut vibe. I think that these are two great scents if you want to layer and kind of look into it. And because of Ja, much respect, brethren, I think I'm going to start looking into layering a little bit more. So my name is Chad from the channel Gentleman's Journey. Ja, again, thank you very much for the invite. I really do appreciate it. And on to the next guy.
Hello good people, what's going on? This is Joy here, all the way from Bangladesh. Thank you so much, brother Ja, Resilient Prince, for inviting me in this beautiful collab work. I'm really honored and humble. So today's topic is layering. I'm not very big on layering, but I'm gonna let you know my two fragrances that are magical, that go really good with each other. Same house, both of them, and this is a house of Mancera. This is my favorite house, niche house. This fragrance are beast mode, so you get sort of like similarity between the two, but they are a little bit different in their own ways. So I would go Instant Crush, double spray, and then I'll go one spray of Amber Fever. Why? Because this one has some boozy sweetness to it and a little bit lightness. This one has some citrus and syrupy sweetness, so they make a beautiful pair and a combo as a layer. Thank you very much for watching, and hopefully you try it out. Time to move on to the next review. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.
Hi everyone, my name is Steven and I have a YouTube channel called Redolescence, and before I start I just want to say that I'm very happy and I'm very thankful to be a part of this collaboration, so thank you so much for having me on. And of course, when the topic of layering comes up, I know it's something that for a lot of people is taboo, but occasionally you do find a layering combination that really works for you, that really resonates for you. And recently for me it's been 2 fragrances, brand new fragrances from the company BDK, and I actually found myself layering them accidentally when I was actually testing them on at the same time. So the first one is called Sel d'Argent, and the next one is called Citrus Riviera. So these are both part of the Azure collection, and of course they are found in blue bottles, new introductions to the company. And the first one is this salty, green, fresh, soapy kind of a vetiver fragrance, and the other is this very bright yet herbal and aromatic citrus fragrance. So it's like they both have elements that are distinct and separate from one another. You have the soapiness from the first one, the citrusy aromatic appeal from the second one, and because they're kind of similar in an olfactive sense but still do their own thing and kind of go down different directions, I find that in this case opposites attract and they do complement one another quite well. And so I'm looking forward to wearing these a lot more in the coming months, despite the fact that we're going a little bit out of season now, but I do think that as long as you're wearing them indoors in a climate controlled environment, they can do very, very well. And yeah, 2 fragrances from BDK, Sel d'Argent and Citrus Riviera. Thank you again so much for having me be a part of this collaboration, and I'm excited to see what everybody else picks.
I think it's safe to say that I've saved the best for last, don't you think? Anyhow, let me get straight into my layering combo. So the first one I will be touching on is from the House of Creed, and this is their mostly sold, if I should say, it is one of their mostly sold bottle ever since its release in 2010. This fragrance has superb mass appealing quality. The performance on this one is next to moderate. The projection is really good. I must say the compliment factor on this one, I believe, or if I should say, it is one of the mostly complimented fragrance in almost many persons' collection, including myself. So this fragrance, it is predominantly surrounding pineapple, bergamot, some vanilla, birch. There is also some musk and some oak mustard in this one. I believe there is also patchouli in this one as well. So this fragrance, it is versatile, it is seductive, it is sexy, it is everything a woman loves about a fragrance on a man. This fragrance right here. So the first one, Creed's Aventus. The second fragrance is from the house of Christian Dior, and it is Johnny Depp's baby right here, Dior Sauvage, and it is the Eau de Toilette version. The Eau de Parfum version, it's basically sweeter. It's, how should I put it, it's more alluring, but this fragrance, this one, the EDT, my apologies, it is just beastly, and that is what most persons love about this fragrance. It is spicy, it is woodsy, you have ambroxan, vanilla, there is also a bright element in it, which is the bergamot in it as well. So this one, insane performance, projection, beastly projection, compliment factor, crazy. However, it's not in comparison to Creed's Aventus, but it does garnish compliments, this fragrance here. This one was released in 2015, which makes it 5 years later since Creed's Aventus, and both of them together are just remarkable. The bergamot in both of them, the vanilla plus the birch in the Aventus, not to mention the ambroxan in the Sauvage, is just superb. I get easily over 13 hours when layer both of them together. The performance insane, as I mentioned earlier. So these two are my favorite layering fragrance and my mostly successful layering combo ever. Okay guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. It was very tedious putting together, and I must thank each and everyone again who helped to make this video a success. What I want from each and every one of you is to basically like, subscribe to my channel again, leave a comment down below telling me what are your favorite layering combo. Let's each one teach one and just keep the love going, okay? I'm your boy Jagan, coming to you from Kingston, Jamaica. Peace, I am out.